Hello and welcome to CryptoNovus. My name is Chris Brown and I'm the host of the channel, and I'm going to do an update today on a crypto challenge that I did back at the beginning of the year when all of the stimulus checks were coming out. And so I did one for the $600 stimulus. I also did one for the $1,400. This is my Q3 of 21 update on where the prices would be, where your investment would be today if you took that $600 and you invested it in a diverse portfolio in crypto. So I wanted to, update that and take a look at, what the numbers would look like. But before I get started, I definitely want to give a shout out to Swan. For those of you that want to buy Bitcoin, I highly suggest it. You can dollar cost average using Swan. They got some great programs, and I would highly recommend you taking a look at swan.com. Again, this is not crypto investment advice. Always do your own research. This is really for educational purposes to give you an idea of what is possible if you do your research and make your own choices and invest wisely into the crypto space. In my videos, there's 12 different price influencers for any crypto project or asset, digital asset. I try to focus on about 5 of them, which again reinforces the last video of do your own research. And these are the 5 that I try to focus in on when I do the videos. So in this challenge, what I did is I focused on it. If you were an initial investor, if you focused on just crypto assets at the beginning of the year that were in the top 10. Now that has since have changed. There's different ones in there now. But at the time, what we're going to go through, they were involved in the top 10 assets. And we'll take a closer look at them in just a minute. Bitcoin, of course, is the granddaddy. It's referred to as digital gold. And of course, why are we investing in not just Bitcoin, but in a diversified portfolio within the top 10 is because we want the benefits of diversification, which you're going to see when we start taking a look at these closer numbers. So these are the coins that I suggested investing in. It was Bitcoin and Ethereum, of course, the top 2. XRP was 1, Cardano, and then Chainlink. And this was the breakdown of the top 10 at the time. Since then, some coins have dropped out and others have been added into it. At the time, we said, okay, how would I break up that $600? This was the projection at the beginning of the year, that we could take that $600 and by the end of the year, we could be at $7,600. So here's the breakdown. This is the heart of it. So in Q1, basically, we started with 600 at the beginning of the year. At the end of Q1, we actually did quite well. We ended up having a value of about a little over $1,600. So we can see that there was almost a $1,000 increase from the 600. In the end of Q2, and this is obviously when Bitcoin soared up to a price value of 58,000, everything kind of went with it, and it actually even exceeded that level in April. But it sharply came back down to a price value at the end of the quarter at around 35,000. So obviously, the value of the overall market didn't really increase that much. Neither did your investment. Your investment still pretty much remained horizontal. It still was about $1,000 improvement from your 600. But you'll notice, while Bitcoin came down and the value of the investment, the 150 that you initially invested into Bitcoin, it only went up to 164. The investments in Ethereum, XRP, and Cardano actually did well because your Cardano investment at the end of Q2 went from $100 to almost $700. The investment of $100 in XRP went up to $300, and the investment of Ethereum more than doubled. So now let's take a look at where we're at the end of Q3. So that was at the end of September. Bitcoin had risen up to 43,000. So your $150 still improved. It wound up at $205. Ethereum continued to increase. It went to about 3,000 per coin. So your 150 went to about 447. XRP it had increased past $1, but it retraced back a little bit. So your $100 investment wound up being $415. But Cardano was the big winner. Your $100 investment actually 10x'd. Your investment initially at the beginning of the year at $100 for Cardano had risen all the way up to just a little over $1,000 when a Cardano was sitting at $2.11. And then Chainlink did okay. I mean, it's kind of inching along here. The $100 investment at the beginning of the year is now worth $174. But overall, your $600 has risen up to almost $2,300, and that's really a significant amount of money, as you can definitely see. So you have more than tripled your investment at this point in time, and I think the value of this exercise is to see exactly how crypto grows in a bull run. The expectation in Q4 is that you're going to see exponential growth in the next 3 months. And I'll end up doing a little bit of video on that as to why that is the case and what the expectations might be with Bitcoin growth. You can see Q1, Q2 kind of about the same. The expectation would have been that maybe you would have been a little bit more than $1,643, perhaps maybe $1,800 or $1,900, and then you would have inched up to the 22. So either way, that $600 stimulus check is worth a lot more than it was at the beginning of the year. And for those that just have a small amount of money to invest in crypto, this is really a good exercise and really gives you some good information as to what was possible. Clearly, add a zero to the 600, make it 6,000. That $2,296 would actually wind up being 22,000. And you can continue to add zeros to kind of get an impact of what the growth is. The other thing I want you to notice is that Ethereum, XRP, and Cardano are the strong leaders in this. Chainlink and BTC haven't done much, but Cardano, being the biggest, has, like I said, done a 10x for you. XRP has done a 4x for you. And Ethereum, that's 300. That's about a 2.5x. So this is the other illustration that diversification is really important when you're doing cryptocurrency and selecting the right coins. In this case, we just stayed in the top 10. So how well did you guys do? For those of you that accepted this challenge, and for those of you that are just wanting to enter into the market, consider this diversification lesson and kind of see what you want to do going forward. Again, I always recommend that if you're just beginning to get into the market, stay in the top 10 until you get really educated on the dynamics of the market, and then you can branch and expand your horizons into like the top 100. Hope this information has been good for you. Again, if it has been, please subscribe to the channel, and by all means hit that like button. It's very helpful to the algorithm and helps support the channel. This is CryptoNovus. My name is Chris Brown, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.